Your brain becomes dehydrated long before your mouth ever feels dry. Thirst is not an early warning system. It is a late alarm. By the time you notice it, your brain has already adjusted to operating under reduced resources. Even a loss of 1 to 2% of body water is enough to alter how neurons communicate. Electrical signals slow down, synapses become less efficient, and mental processing begins to feel heavier, slower, and more effortful. This change is subtle, which is why most people never connect it to hydration. They assume they are tired, distracted, or unmotivated. In reality, their brain chemistry has shifted. The brain relies on precise fluid balance to maintain speed, clarity, and stability. When hydration drops slightly, the brain does not shut down, it compensates. That compensation feels like fog, irritability, and reduced focus. This is not imagination or mindset. It is biology quietly unfolding every day. Nearly 75% of the brain is water. This water is not passive. It is structural and functional. It cushions neurons, supports electrical signaling, transports nutrients, and removes waste. When hydration levels fall, brain cells shrink slightly. This shrinkage changes the distance between neurons, making communication less efficient. Imagine trying to have a conversation while standing farther apart in a noisy room. Messages still travel, but with more effort and less clarity. This directly affects attention, working memory, and emotional control. Thoughts become harder to hold. Simple decisions feel overwhelming. The brain is not failing. It is adapting to reduced fluid availability. Over time, operating in this state becomes normal for many people, which is why chronic mild dehydration often goes unnoticed. The brain continues functioning, but never at its full capacity. When the brain senses dehydration, it activates survival mechanisms. One of the first changes is an increase in cortisol, the primary stress hormone. From an evolutionary perspective, fluid loss meant danger. Cortisol prepares the body to respond, conserve energy, and prioritize survival over higher thinking. In modern life, this response becomes maladaptive. Elevated cortisol interferes with the prefrontal cortex, the area responsible for focus, planning, emotional regulation, and decision-making. This is why dehydration often feels like anxiety, irritability, or mental tension. You may feel on edge for no clear reason. Small problems feel bigger. Patience shortens. The brain is not reacting to your environment. It is reacting to internal imbalance. Hydration is one of the fastest ways to reduce unnecessary stress chemistry in the brain. Water plays a critical role in maintaining blood volume. When hydration drops, blood becomes slightly thicker, and circulation efficiency decreases. This reduces blood flow to the brain, meaning less oxygen and glucose reach neurons. Oxygen fuels neural activity. Glucose powers cognitive processing. When either is reduced, the brain must work harder to achieve the same output. This results in slower reaction times, reduced mental speed, and quicker fatigue. Tasks that normally feel automatic begin to require conscious effort. You may reread the same sentence multiple times. Conversations require more concentration. This is not a lack of intelligence or motivation. It is a physiological limitation. The brain is operating under reduced supply while trying to maintain performance. Water plays a critical role in maintaining blood volume. When hydration drops, blood becomes slightly thicker, and circulation efficiency decreases. This reduces blood flow to the brain, meaning less oxygen and glucose reach neurons. Oxygen fuels neural activity. Glucose powers cognitive processing. When either is reduced, the brain must work harder to achieve the same output. This results in slower reaction times, reduced mental speed, and quicker fatigue. Tasks that normally feel automatic begin to require conscious effort. You may reread the same sentence multiple times. Conversations require more concentration. This is not a lack of intelligence or motivation. It is a physiological limitation. The brain is operating under reduced supply while trying to maintain performance. Memory systems are extremely sensitive to hydration. The hippocampus, which plays a central role in learning and memory formation, requires stable fluid balance to function optimally. When hydration is low, the hippocampus struggles to encode new information. This is why dehydration often causes forgetfulness, difficulty learning, and poor recall. You may feel like information goes in but does not stick. This is not because you are distracted. It is because the brain lacks the conditions required for memory consolidation. Over time, chronic mild dehydration can make learning feel harder than it needs to be. The brain is capable of adapting, but it cannot override basic biological requirements. Headaches, fatigue, poor concentration, low energy, and brain fog are commonly blamed on stress or overwork. While stress plays a role, dehydration often amplifies these symptoms. The brain cannot distinguish between emotional stress and physiological stress. It responds to both through the same pathways. This is why hydration can dramatically improve mental clarity without changing anything else. Many people try to solve cognitive problems with motivation, caffeine, or discipline, while ignoring the simplest requirement. The brain needs water to function properly. Without it, every mental task becomes more expensive. Headaches, fatigue, poor concentration, low energy, and brain fog are commonly blamed on stress or overwork. While stress plays a role, dehydration often amplifies these symptoms. The brain cannot distinguish between emotional stress and physiological stress. It responds to both through the same pathways. This is why hydration can dramatically improve mental clarity without changing anything else. Many people try to solve cognitive problems with motivation, caffeine, or discipline, while ignoring the simplest requirement. The brain needs water to function properly. Without it, every mental task becomes more expensive. Hydration is not about drinking large amounts of water occasionally. The brain functions best with consistent fluid balance throughout the day. Large gaps in hydration force the brain into repeated cycles of compensation and recovery. Small, regular intake maintains stability. This protects attention, mood, and cognitive energy more effectively than reactive drinking. The brain values predictability. Consistent hydration tells the nervous system that conditions are stable and safe. This allows higher cognitive functions to operate without interruption. Your brain does not demand water loudly. It whispers through subtle symptoms: mental fatigue, reduced focus, irritability, slow thinking, and fog. These signals are often ignored because they feel normal. But normal does not mean optimal. Hydrating consistently is one of the simplest ways to protect cognitive clarity, emotional balance, and mental performance. You do not need extreme measures. You need awareness. When you support your brain's basic needs, it rewards you with clarity, stability, and energy. Hydrate your mind daily. Not when it is already struggling, but before it needs to ask.